Alrighty, kiddos, welcome. Today I am going to show you how to record your narration for your PSA on video. This should be pretty easy and fun for you. So as you can see, I kind of have my screen split. On one side I have my script where I'm going to read my narration, and on the other side I have video. Right? You can do this on your Mac. You might have to change some permissions. Or you can do it on your Chromebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new page or a brand new project for my video. All right, there we go. I'm going to switch this to, let's see, let's call it PSA. Okay. And so now that I have it as PSA, I am going to hit narrate right here. You see this little icon? I should be in my media. So I'm going to hit narrate, and then I am going to read off of this script. All right, so here we go. It's going to ask me if I want to allow the use of the microphone. I'm going to hit allow. Click OK. You might have to do this on your own computer, and again, it's okay if your narration is a little noisy. I know a lot of people are going to be narrating at the same time, so that's okay. This is just kind of like a trial run for your project. All right, so here we go. I'm going to get close to the mic, and I'm going to hit record and basically read off of my script. All right. I'm going to take my time with this, and I'm going to enunciate all the words and sentences, and I'm going to leave a little space between periods. Your final narration should be anywhere between 30 and a minute. If it runs a little longer, that's okay. You'll be able to edit it once you record it all. Okay, so listen to the pace at which I am reading. I'm also going to be highlighting just so that you can see where I am on the script. All right, here we go. Do you often find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone, only to realize that you've spent a good few hours on social media with not very much to show for it? It happens to all of us. It takes a lot of time and attention, but doesn't actually produce much. It doesn't have to be this way. Before phones and social media came along, people found a great source of joy and entertainment from reading books. Reading fiction is a great way to be entertained. The stories have a lot to teach us about life and truly enrich you as a human being. See, I messed up there a little bit, so I can just reread that part. I can edit it later. Reading fiction is a great way to be entertained. The stories have a lot to teach about life and truly enrich you as a human being. Reading allows you to think deeper about people and the world. It allows you to think critically. This is especially important for young people who are forming their identities and opinions. See, messed up again, so I'm just going to redo that part. This is especially important for young people who are forming their identities and opinions. It might seem intimidating at first, but start with something small that you like, and you will soon find that reading fiction is a great source of joy, inspiration, and learning. This is because it's deeper than scrolling through endless reels. So put down the phone and pick up a book. See, there you go. And once I hit stop, what's going to happen is I'm going to get to preview it. So I'm going to preview the quality of my audio. Do you often find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone, only to realize that you've spent a good few... See, that sounds pretty good, right? Again, if it's a little noisy, don't worry too much about it. I am going to hit save. And what's going to happen is it's going to load right here in your media. Okay, I'm not exactly sure if it's this one or this one. We might have to hunt for... Oh, no, there it goes. See, it's processing. And you can bring that down to your... audio or voiceover. Or actually, no, it was already in the voiceover part. You see that? That's perfect. All right, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to proceed to edit the audio down. You want to cut it down as much as you can. If you're over a minute, try to cut it down to less than a minute. Let me just show you how to edit it real quick. Reading books. Reading fiction is a great way to be entertained. The stories have a lot to teach us about life. There you go. See? That's where I messed up, so I'm just going to cut it there. Oh, this is great. When this shows up, what do you call it? When this shows up, the audio waveforms, you can actually see where I messed up right here. Fiction is a great way to be entertained. The stories have a lot to teach us about life and truly enrich you as a human being. See, I messed up there a little bit, so I can just reread. Fiction is a great way to entertain. The stories have a lot to teach. Reading fiction is a great... Yeah, there it goes. So I'm going to cut it there. Split it. And then I'm going to split it there. See, that's where I messed up, right? Cut that out. Bring that back in. Let's hear it again from the beginning. Often find yourself mindlessly and then the edit. Entertainment from reading books. Reading fiction is like... Oh, I messed up a little bit. So I think you gotta zoom in just to get that perfectly right. You see? There it goes. Reading books. Reading fiction is... Perfect. Okay, so now let's go back to that idea of creating B-roll. Part of your assignment was you had to come up with at least 10 ideas for different types of images that you wanted to put on your video, right? And so we can start doing that now. Here is a shot of a screen on which you can see an Instagram reel. Okay, so let's see if we can find social media. Here we go. Is that a good shot? Look at that. Yeah, that's perfect. See, exactly what I wanted. Shot of a screen on which you can see an Instagram reel. So that's going to be my first video. Okay. Cut this a little bit because we don't want the beginning of it. Drag that in there. Oops, I was trying to drag it to the audio. You got to drag it to the video. So, do you often find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone only? And then right there, I'm going to look for, I don't know, a wide shot of a young person using a phone. Maybe this one, huh? Yeah, there you go. That looks really good. See? By the way, you can start by adding music too, right? You want to add music. So let's look for something kind of cinematic, slow. Let's just try that one for right now. It's not the perfect song, but at least you'll have something. Make sure that you bring it down to like about, I don't know, between 8 and 10%. Do you often find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone only to realize that you've spent a good few hours on social media without very much to show for it? Right, let's go back to videos and see if we can find something else. Social media. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, teenagers using their phones. That's great. So let's see what this looks like so far. Do you often find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone only to realize that you've spent a good few hours on social media without very much to show for it? It happens to all of us. It takes a lot of time and attention, but doesn't actually... You see, and I just kind of add B-roll according to what I'm saying, right? But doesn't actually produce much. It doesn't have to be this way. Before phones and... now let's look for books, right? That was part of my lists here. See, let's see. Oh, I forgot this one. So I'll look for that a little later, right? But that's why it's a good thing that you made a guide. And so I think you get the point from this. You're going to add B-roll to your entire narration. Remember that at the end of your video, you want to make sure that you... cut the music off. You want to make sure that you turn the levels on, right? And you want to make sure that you fade out the volume, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully you get a fair idea of what to do from this, right? I didn't do it all the way because I just wanted to show you how to start it, and then it's going to be up to you to finish it. Please remember that at the end you want to put some credits and you want to make this look really cool. Now that I think about it, this music is actually pretty good for the beginning of the video. And then what I might do is I might switch the music right there to something a little more upbeat for the rest of the video. All right, kiddos, that's it for the lesson for today. Yeah, try to finish this. I'm going to post this in the Google Classroom, and so hopefully you'll be able to upload your PSA video. Thanks a lot for paying attention, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.